up into a locked knee position, and that stretch reduces by a fair bit, and then you put your head back down and the stretch increases. That means you've actually got nerve tension. So you go forwards until the point of no return, and then you catch yourself, bring yourself back up. And you're going to slowly tip forward until you feel your hamstring stretch, and then you use your hamstring to bring yourself back up. Hi, it's David here from My Physio SA. I'm one of the partner physios, and today I want to talk to you about some of the best hamstring exercises you can do. So we're talking about exercises that stretch and lengthen the hamstring if you've got tight hamstrings, but more importantly, exercises that actually strengthen the hamstrings, because you're a lot more likely to have trouble with your hamstring when it's weak rather than it being just tight. And we'll also sneak in a stretch that helps you stretch out your nerves, because you can have a back-related hamstring issue which relates to back stiffness and an issue with nerve tension contributing to it. So we'll give you a great stretch for that. So we're going to demonstrate hamstring stretch. There is so many different ways to stretch your hamstrings. So lying on your back, you could either grab your foot or use a towel or a rope, or even have a partner to help you come up into a locked knee position, heel up in the air, toes pointed down, and pulling up and feeling it right in the back of the hamstring. If you were to bend the knee slightly, you'll actually feel it more in the middle part of the hamstring. If you straighten your leg, you'll feel it more in the tendons behind the back. Work out what's tightest for you, and that's what you concentrate on. You can even do a good hold relax stretch in this position. You can push your heel into the towel, resisting away, 5 seconds, relax, and it will come up a bit further. It's called a hold relax stretch. You could also do this standing and having your foot up on a chair or a fence, and then leaning forward and stretching. Heaps of different ways to stretch your hammies. So this is a slump stretch. So sometimes your hamstring feels tight because of nerve tension, which is related to your back. So to stretch your nerve, what you've got to do is you've got to slump down, sitting on the edge of a bed or a chair, and then pull your toes up, foot pulled up, and then straighten your leg out until you feel a stretch in your hamstring. Now if you were to lift your head up and that stretch reduces by a fair bit, and then you put your head back down and the stretch increases, that means you've actually got nerve tension, which means you should be definitely doing this as a stretch regularly to help stretch out and release the nerves, because nerves can get tight just the same as muscles. So if you're going to make this a stretch that you do after training or during the day, what you do is you keep your head down and you take your foot up and down, slow and steady. And when you get good at doing that and it's comfortable, you can hold it for up to 10 seconds in that position. Sometimes the stretch is even more if you turn your foot in. If you turn your foot inwards and it pulls more, then that's how you should be doing the stretch. Make sure your back's not hurting and there's no increase in the symptoms that you're feeling or the intensity of the stretch. It should actually ease off as you do it and not build up. This is Nordic curls I'm about to show you, which is a strength exercise for your hamstrings. It works your hamstrings in a range that will strengthen them for running or kicking, so it's a very important exercise. So pretty much, you're high kneeling, you've got to lock your feet in. So I've got someone holding my feet down. You could be having your feet underneath a couch or something that's not going to move, that's going to let you lock your feet down. And you're going to have your hands behind your back, and you're going to lean forward, and then come back up again. And you work your way further and further forward. So keep on going forward and come back up. And I'm making my hamstrings do all the work. You only do 5 repetitions, have a rest, maximum of 3 sets. It's a very hard exercise for your hammies. And some of the soccer players in Europe can actually go down and touch their nose to the ground and come back up. So another alternative is to go forwards until the point of no return, and then you catch yourself, bring yourself back up. And then you do fall forward, that way you can go right to your limit, and then you can catch yourself and come back up. So this one for your hamstring is called drinking bird. And the idea of this one is we're going to stretch the hamstring as you're making it work, okay? So a demonstration would be, have it arms by your side, and you're going to slowly tip forward until you feel your hamstring stretch, and then you use your hamstring to bring yourself back up, keeping balance, okay? When you get good at the basic one, you're meant to go right over so that your body's nearly horizontal, with your leg horizontal, your body horizontal, and then coming back up using your hamstrings. And then you can increase it by adding a weight. So you can have a dumbbell, a kettlebell, anything heavy that you grab and you pull back up with you on that same side. So there could be something down underneath you, you come down, you grab it, and then you come up and down holding it. And as you get better and your balance improves, you can go further and further down, get more of a movement with it. So I hope you found those stretches interesting, and there might be some new ones you haven't seen before. So when you're doing a stretch, you just got to make sure you feel a good stretch. So not a discomfort, not a pain. If you feel like it's too strong a stretch and it's painful and it reacts afterwards, you definitely need to make sure you back right off, just do them very gently. And if you're still having trouble doing stretches, there might be something else to it, so you should actually seek help. So get in touch with us and we'll be able to help you out. Thanks for watching my video. Hopefully those exercises are going to be helpful for you. Make sure you stick with them for a while, because it can take quite a few weeks of stretching to really get a benefit from it. If you need any help and advice, we're here to help you.